Last spring, Ohio Senator Rob Portman voted against Senators Joe Manchin and Pat Toomey's bipartisan bill that would have closed those loopholes that now makes it easier for criminals and dangerous people to get guns. Senator Portman repeatedly misstates the facts about sensible gun safety measures, saying that background checks would be a burden for law-abiding gun owners and sportsmen. Quite frankly, it simply isn't true. Background checks are relatively quick and easy, and they do help save lives.
I would definitely encourage Senator Portman to step back and look at this honestly. People who hunt and who have guns legally, no one's talking about taking their guns away. And the point is that with background checks, we keep guns out of the hands of people who should not have them. Senator Portman ought to re-look at this and use the common sense that God gave him to be able to look at it honestly and say, what does it do? It protects legal gun owners and at the same time keeps the rest of us safer by keeping guns out of the wrong hands.
I stand here before you as a Buckeye. And Buckeyes in this state do what is right. We stand tall. We answer the bell when it is time to do that. And this is what Ohioans are going to do today. We are going to encourage Senator Rob Portman to get into the game.
Step back, come on around, and relook at this thing from the standpoint of, am I doing the proper thing for Ohioans?
You know, the rates of gun violence in Ohio are higher than the rest of the country. So much so that Ohio has now become a donor state for gun violence to other states. By virtue of guns sold in this state, go to other states where violence takes place. We must stay vigilant. We must press on to make cities safer, and we must press on to save lives and press on for common sense gun policies and laws in this nation.
I'm a gun owner, but I believe in the Second Amendment, and I don't believe my rights are being infringed upon with this simple legislation. I've been through a background check, and it didn't infringe on my rights at all. It didn't bother me. I mean, I've stood at line at Kroger's much longer than what I had to purchase a gun.
I walk the streets of this city as a member of the Cincinnati Police Department. I know a little bit about senseless gun violence. I know what it is to knock on the door in the middle of the night and tell a loved one that their loved one is not going to come home. And I know the heartache of absolutely knowing that many, many, many gun deaths are preventable.
I'm not only here for myself, I'm here for the mothers and the children. I'm also here for family members that I lost, a nephew to gun violence at the age of 19 2 years ago. Please stop selling the guns to the wrong people. Please stop killing our young people. Please stop disabling our people that want to be somebody.
That's all we ask. That's all anyone can ask for, is for our children to be safe at school. Our children to be safe to go to the mall. That's all we want. At the movies, those are safe areas for kids to go, for anybody to go. It was a Monday morning. I got shot 4 times in the neck, arm, back, and shoulder, paralyzing me. So all I can ask for is better background checks. That's all anyone can ask for, right?
Background checks won't stop every incident of gun violence, but they will undoubtedly save lives. Surely our leaders have an obligation to do whatever they can to prevent the bloodshed and stem the tide of gun violence in America.